Why does this star have beams of light coming from it? It's not just this star. I've shared a video like this before, but it's been a few years back where I went and adjusted the filters. There does appear to be ground generated beams of light going up to the star. Every star in the sky has like a beam of light associated with it, and or two or three based on what's inside those stars. And I've got a teeny tiny example down below of a ground-based lights coming up. And this has always bothered me, and I don't like to think about it. I really don't. I love looking at the beautiful stars in the sky as they dance in the sky, because it makes me feel safe on the inside. It does. It makes me feel happy. But when I see images of light beams coming from the stars, it kind of leaves me unsettled in my spirit. I'm going to admit it, because something doesn't seem right. And I don't think it's an effect from the camera. I don't. Oftentimes, when the stars are up in the sky, like this one right here, we're going to look at the footage. We are. And you can see for yourself, oftentimes, you'll see the beams of light coming from, like this star up there at the top. The star at the top, right here, this star, right next to my head, is this star. This star right here that is pastel-y pink and kind of blue and white. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this right here is the same star with the exposure adjusted. You can see, and it's the exact same timestamp of the video too, you can see the beams of light that are coming from it, and they're going downward. So I would be lying to say that it doesn't bother me. It does bother me. Okay, it does. Because this is what I want to believe. I want to believe that this star right here that's beautiful, that moves around in the sky, is all that and more. Beautiful celestial being and stuff. And I'm still going to think that, because I want to think that. I really do. I want to think the best of it. I want to think the best of this star in the sky. But I don't like seeing this. This is what I don't like seeing, because I'm not ready to accept what I'm seeing. The beams of light coming down from a sky, from the star. I'm not ready to go there, because to me that reminds me of the Matrix. It does. It reminds me of that, and I don't like that. It's unsettling in my spirit. I'm just going to be honest, and that's why I rarely have ever shown it. This is the second time. Maybe the third, but the second time in a very long time. I'm just going to come over here, you all. If anyone's even on here, I have no idea. But I want to show you this, because this is, see, no, there's not very many people over here. We got two. One person in the live stream. And I'm going to show you too. I'm going to let you see. Hello there, McClurg. One person in the live stream, in the live chat. And 3148 concurrent viewers is what we've got. Yeah, it is. It's fascinating, and yet it's rather unsettling. Hello there, Emma, honey. And I know we're not supposed to show things like this, especially if our reality is not the reality that we think we live in if it's something different. Now, I have an open mind. I really do have an open mind. And aloha. But you got booted out as soon as you got here, Trisha Ann, honey. That should tell you something. It really should. It should tell you something's going on because of the subject matter. That's why, because of the subject matter. I'm still going to show you. I am going to come over to my video, which is right here, because I can see you all on here. You can see the split screen. You can, oh, this is the screenshot I did of it. But I want you to look. See, this is normal star right here. We're going to look at it. I know, Emma, honey. I know. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful, you. I like looking at it. This is the normal speed. I didn't slow it down or anything like that. You can see how it looks in the sky. It's really beautiful. It is. So that's the first 22 seconds. I'm just going to let you look at it like this too, but I'll have to slow it down even slower. It's going to be hard to see the beams of light with it going so fast. But I'm going to slow it down even slower than this, and you'll be able to see it. This is with the exposure adjusted. That's 22 seconds. Now, let's do this, you all. See it right here? Why? Why does this star have beams of light coming from it, going straight down to the ground, and not going any further than that star itself? That star is the stopping point. Why? Why? It's a star, Suba. It's a star in the sky, and if you're just tuning in, it is a star in the sky, and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to show you. As it moves in the sky, you can see the different, the exposure is adjusted. Look at the other beams of light. And at times you may see the beams of light going away from it too. It's not a video that I like to do. It's not. You can see a blue beam of light on the side over there vaguely. Let me see if what will happen if I know what I can do. No. Come on. Let me cancel this here. Let me slow it down. If I slow it down, you can see it even better. Let me slow it down. Okay, let's see what we can see. 5151. See? We're looking at it. And let me turn the volume down and play it. Ah, you're here because of God. That's right. Ah. Yeah. Can you all see the beams of light that come down? Or do I need to make it more slow? Because I've slowed the actual video footage down by to a point 125 or something like that. Yeah, blue beams and red beams going down from the star with the exposure adjusted in it. And they don't go beyond. Oops, shoot. Gina, honey, you all get myself excited. I really do. They don't go beyond it. They don't. I'm sorry. Wanted to see something if we can. I know you probably wanted to see it by without it moving. You see that? see the other beams of light. Why? Why does that star have blue and red beams of light coming from it? Good night. You think it's shooting energy down? I think I kind of like that. I think I do. Better than a simulation. I really do. I like it better than a simulation. You can see it. Why don't I like seeing that? Because it makes me think that we're living in a simulated, up there in the sky, it makes me think that the stars are being projected when I look at it in this mode, is what it makes me think of, and I don't like it. And I wonder if there's something from below that tracks the stars in the sky and projects them when I see this video. That I really do. I wonder that. What does science say? How come we never see them mentioned by anyone? Just wondering. I have no idea. Don't know. Well, if you're a scientific person and you don't want your reputation rent, you ain't going to even comment, is what I think. You won't comment on it. AI robots on the inside. Okay, that's what you meant, Almar. What's coming? Only thing you can think control is loving others. That's right. Loving others. See, why is that? Why are those beams of light coming, and why don't they go beyond the star? It stops at the star in the sky. If you're just tuning in, look at that. And you can see the other red beam on the sides. That's to the stars that are further away, that have the beams of light. And why are they pointing in one direction? That's another question, you all. Why are they pointing in only one direction? Slanted in that direction. What's in that direction? Because this star, I think, is in the eastern sky. The one that's like the northeastern sky that I zoom up on a lot. And why are they slanted? They don't go the other way. The lines don't go the other way with the star in the sky. They don't. They only go one way, and it's that way. Just like that, like a diagonally pointed that way. If you're just tuning in, we're just looking at this star in the sky. I don't like showing them like this. I really don't. I'd rather not look at it. To be quite honest, you all, if you're just tuning in, I'd rather not look at the star like this. Don't feel nice to look at it like this. And I will say something else. When I see the stars in the sky, I know people say, oh, it's water up there, and it's making all those different types of shapes. I never see water up there when I look at them. You know what I see when I look at them? I see little bitty objects on the inside of them, like little beings, or I don't know, robotic-like, always changing shapes, a constant movement on the inside of these stars. That's really what I personally see every time I look at the stars, and they look beautiful. They do. They look so beautiful in their regular format, but when you when you change the exposure and you add more light on them, This is what you see. This is exposing them to the light, and I don't like it. I don't. Hello, Susan B. Honey. Um, Danny Honey. Um, that's that's what it's supposed to be. Let me pause this for a second because I can pull up in the quick access. I can pull up that particular star. Which one is it? Let me see. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It was a different one. I had to find one that's like maybe this one. No, that's the moon, you all. I got so many. I first trying to do the moon is what I was first trying to do. But it's a star that I zoomed up on in the sky. If it's truly the characteristics of a normal star that we're supposed to be seeing up in there, but you see something different, a recycling system. Some of the people are such smart ASS's coming on here. It's not like you owe them any answers. You're just doing it because you enjoy it. How rude. Oh, Danny, did you tell me what do you think O2 is? That's not very nice. So now I know why you were saying that. Yeah. Trapped. So, this star in the sky, since it's up in the sky and it appears as a star with the naked eye, this is what it looks like when it's exposed to the light. Is what it looks like. Mario, these kinds of shields from this UFO, it's a annoying material. Yeah. Well, please try to be respectful in your comments, you all, because I do like sharing. I do. And I know I get people with different opinions and different attitudes and from all walks of life. And I try to be open to different personalities. I do. Jacqueline, this is a star that has the light exposed to it, and you can see beams of light coming down from it. And they go like diagonally. They go in that direction. And I was filming it straight on. Why are the beams of light coming from going all in the same direction? That's one question. Why are they all going in one direction? Laser beams. Let me pause this. So we got laser beams. We got laser beams right here. You can see all kinds of laser beams. You can see them coming up from here, going up into the sky. As they go up, they have a central point that they come from. Just like this, they all come from a central point, a location, right here. Same thing right here. Laser beams, and then we got this star right here. So are the stars being projected? When I see this right here, I ask, are the stars being projected? And then someone had an interesting theory that, you know, maybe they are beaming down energy, but all the energy's going in one location. And why? Why couldn't the beams of light be going in a different area? Is what I wanted. You're welcome, gift of the knowledge. Nuke Gal, I don't get bad feelings from the stars. Let me just make that clear. I don't get any bad feelings. I love watching them. They're one of my favorite things to do is just watch a video, a very relaxing video with some music of the stars because their colors are very healing. They are. I just don't like seeing this right here because my mind doesn't um, like seeing the lights coming from them. That's all. It's maybe they're supposed to look like that if you take the exposure and expose them to light. Maybe they are supposed to look like that. Maybe all the lines from these stars are supposed to go in that direction, and they are supposed to go straight down and no further. And maybe it's just energy that all the stars are sending down to the earth in one location. Maybe. Yeah. Um, well, being that star is so high up in the sky, and where I'm at, I am surrounded by trees, and I can't see this with my naked eye. Neither can you. So that's an unanswerable question at all. It is an unanswerable question. Um, yeah. Light comes from the moon and the sun rays. That's true. You can get light, but does it go all the way down to the ground? Um, is what I wonder. Does it go all the way down to the ground? But the light that comes from the moon, does it go down in only one direction? And the same way with the sun. Is the light coming from the sun when it has those beams of light, is it always in the same direction? Or is it in multiple directions? You, when you, oh, a nuclear reactor, Jacqueline? Yeah. So that's that star right there. Let me cancel this and let me slow this one down just a tad bit. And oh, Gina, honey, you got to get it together. Yeah. So this is the star, and it's very beautiful to look at right here. It's growing really fast, and even looking at it right here, I'm just going to tell you right now, I see on the edges of this star those little black things that you see on the tips of the clouds. That's what I see inside these stars. The same thing that lines the clouds, the same thing that's inside the clouds, that's what I see when I look at these right here. The same thing. If I need to quit pushing the wrong button to stop it. And if this is an intelligent species, if you look, you can see some black right here. Well, you say, Gina, that's the spaces. If this is an intelligent species, it does have the ability, hypothetically speaking, if it is one, it has the ability to change its shape to any shape that it wants. And it could mimic stars if it wanted. Someone had the theory that our Earth had been pulled over to the Nibiru area, to the Nibiru system. Earth was like, see, look at all the black things on it. This is what I see in the clouds. The same structure right here, these same things in the clouds themselves. And I don't know if you all can see it. And if you've ever looked at your images of the clouds you've taken, do you see these little black areas on it? See, they're in here too. And they also, whatever this is comprised of, these areas right here, they do like some of the clouds, they have orifices and different grayish like gases or cloud material come out of their orifices. They do. They're living is what they are. Yeah. See, I like looking at this because it's yeah, that's like that right there. Lucy in the sky with diamonds in her eyes. Is that how that goes? I don't know I don't know that how that goes. Are they geo-engineered clouds? Some of the clouds, I think, some of them are, and then some of them, I think some of the clouds are a type of life form with life forms in them. And what if they've always been that, and we hadn't noticed it? See, why just one beam? And why at an angle? Do you think it's where I was standing? I know I wasn't slanted. Oh, I'm sure science has an answer for it too. I really am. Sure science has an answer for this. Well, there are some ancient ones already on this earth that have been here for a very, very long time. Thousands of years. Mario Honey. This is in the sky, is where it's at. I was on my porch, I think, just had my camera pointed at the northeastern sky when it was dark at night, and I was filming a star in the sky, and that's what it looks like right there. It's got the exposure lightened, and it's exposed to the light. That's why it looked like that. I have exposed it to the light, and you can see the beams of light that are being generated from it. You can see they stop with it and they go down. You can see other beams of light that are going somewhere, I think, to distant stars that can't really be seen that good with the camera. And there are people who feel they have all the answers to what we're looking at, and they know, but no one truly knows what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. I find it rather strange, and I'm not going to stick with one theory. I'm not going to. I'm not. Because I think there's more than meets the eye. Ultrasound, plasma. I'm not sure. Let me show something. If I got some on here, let me get this over here. I'm not going to be on here too long. Oopsie. See some of these stars right here. I think this was a photo that Deborah Mosley had taken right there. I could have taken it. I don't know who took it, but if this is a star in the sky, you can, and this is the sun. Look at the shape of the sun right here. And look at the cube that I took a picture of in the sky. That they fly around up there too. And you know, that could be like something rolled up. But that's the sun. And this is a picture of one of the stars. It could like a Merkaba, like from last night. And this is like a star they say is a planet. That's the two suns that I filmed, and you can see a giant orb behind it. Um, Let me see. I gotta find it, you all. I want to find some more of the stars in the sky. I just wanted to. They have different colors. They do. This is what gets me. Okay. The stars, and that I would zoom up on. They used to be round, just like this. They used to be round, but they're not round no more. They're not. They're not round anymore. They are, what is it just looking at? They're like this shape right here, no longer round for some strange reason, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened with that, because when I got my camera, I was capturing stars that were round, and then something happened, and then they were no longer round anymore. They weren't. See, look at this right here, if I can. This is a star. Look how it looks, changing in the sky. Oh, this is not good, because I don't know why they do that to me, you all. They make these things so tiny, and I didn't save them that tiny at all. But the one thing is, for certain, is okay, yeah. See, this is what I want to look at right here, you all. This is what I like looking at. I love looking at the stars. Look how beautiful they look. And there's like a little black square right here. There's a little black square here. These are well organized. Don't tell me that's going to do that to these two. It is. It's going to do it to every single picture. Oh, I don't like that. See, look how this is. They have straight edges right here. And this is the same thing that we were looking at with the beams of light. They go straight down to the ground. Let's watch this. I think I can do something with this too. Let's see if we can get something out of here. Not right here. Let me see. No, this is too close up. And that looked like something's inside right there too. I just don't know, or perhaps maybe these stars are ships. They very well could have been ships. See, look at them. They're very pretty. And there looks like there's like little things that are little light points all on all of these. It does. See, look at that. You have some of the black on it too. It's just something doesn't really add up that well. It doesn't. Something is missing from the puzzle is what they are, because it shouldn't look like this right here. Shooting beams of light down. See, who'd want to watch that? And I don't mean any disrespect to that star up there. Who would want to watch that as opposed to watching it with less light exposed? Because there it's like, yeah, it's like that. Just like that, you all. Oh, somebody's fixed that. That's all I wanted to say. It really is. That is really it. Let me make this big. This right here is pretty. It's like this. You can see the constant movement. And they are frequency. They do have frequency coming from them, and I do admit that. Lots of frequency. So I think I like the theory that maybe those beams of light that are coming from the stars, maybe it's frequency coming down, but it's centrally located. It's going in a certain area at a certain angle. Yeah. This has been, oh, I think this is the normal speed, you all. I don't think I slowed this down at all. This is the normal speed of that star in the sky moving. Holly, it's interesting. It's late at night. Let me see if I can hear it myself. I might have slowed that down. I could have. I can't remember. It could be going even faster than this. Portals in the sky. Yeah. Really. Um, I know some people say that's water. Doesn't look like water to me. It doesn't feel like water to me. But that's a theory. If you were to slow this down significantly, you would see see all the different shapes that it makes. And part of me thinks there's a life form, many life forms in there making that up, acting as a unit, a collective, working together. See it? Yeah, they move. Danny, honey, do you got a YouTube channel that you upload footage of the stars and stuff on? See, look at that. Now see right here, it would look like there would be a face in here, but it's not. Look how it's constantly changing. Oh, Marie McDonald. Oh, that's funny. Yes. uh, that sounds quite welcoming right now. Even though I don't drink it, it does. I could force myself, I think. Yeah, that's right, you all. Sometimes, yeah. I think there's probably lots of people who have footage like this. If you've got footage like this and you have a YouTube channel, I would encourage you to upload your videos like this to your YouTube channel so more people could see, to collaborate what others see, the constant movements and stuff like this. Because there's strength in numbers. I could tell you stars do this and stars do that all the time, but if I don't got any footage to show you to back up what I say, I really would not want you to take my word for it. I would not, you all. I'm not going to get on here and tell you, well, there's something in there and have nothing to show you. It would just be what I'm saying. But this literally does. It looks like a bunch of, it looks like a collective movement moving together, the way the different shapes that are taking place. Look at that. Isn't it remarkable? This is really an intelligent being or beings. And I'm sorry I'm pausing it like this, but I really, I do love looking at all the different shapes that it makes. Yeah. The angel channel, do they got stars like this too? That they show this stuff like just like this? That'd be great if they do. Well, they may not get very many views if they do, but yeah. See, there's some straight edges in here too. So time will tell, you all. They will. They'll tell what's everything's going to be brought out into the open. It is. Everything. What is hidden is going to be brought out into the light. Even people's motives for doing things, that's going to be brought out into the light too. That's wonderful. Yeah, because you can't hide your motives forever. You can't. It's like your heart gets laid bare. Whatever's on the inside of you, boom, for the world to see. Because it's hard to keep up charades. It is, because you're bound to get burnt out over time. Look at that. So now, let me show you this. It's the little black cubes in there. It's a prime example. Let me see if I can get to it. Little black cubes. Gina, where did you go? Let me come down here. Little black cubes. Am I good down here at this spot right here? I want to show this one thing right here. See the little black cubes right here? The little black squares. Tell me you all see them right there. They are in there. And I really do believe there's a lot of white ones. And I think that these right here are not by themselves. There's like white ones also in there. And they have the ability to shape shift and form any shape that they want. That's a theory I have right there. That is a theory. This is a star. And you can see the squares. And, you know, that could be an empty space right there. But then look over here. There's something much greater going on. And I do want to go back to, I'm sorry, this is a long video, and people don't like to watch long videos. They don't. Some don't. Some do. I want to see if I can get to this one area that shows it really well. If I can get to it without passing it up, I want to. Yeah, okay, I got it. It reminds me of these. It reminds me of these that came out of a solar eruption that was dismissed as a particle event. This is what they remind me of, all of this right here. And they just said it was particles, but these are intelligent species, beings, robots, whatever you want to call them. If they were like rocks and debris, they wouldn't line up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. They wouldn't line up like that. They wouldn't do any of it. So they had the white come out, and of course, and then they had the black, the same thing. They line up. And this is what I see in the stars right here. I see these right here on the tips of the clouds. I do. And at times, I think that these are also in the sky too, in the clouds. But these definitely, I can see these in the clouds. And I see those on here. I see those on here. So that's why I'm wondering, is this an altruistic star, or is it something else? Even though it's beautiful, it really is beautiful. I enjoy looking at it. I can't help but think that perhaps it's one of the millions of these that are now in the skies. That's what I think. Something like that. That's my theory. One of my theories, one of my schools of thoughts, that it's these. Hello. Hello there, Michelle. That's right. So I am going to go. I'm going to leave you with that. I am. And I had a lot of interesting responses on here, Danny, honey. We did. Yeah, and everyone else. And I don't care if you respond and comment. I encourage it. The more comments, the better the chance it has of reaching more people. I think that goes into the algorithms too, but please be respectful and considerate in your comments. And I really do have an open mind. I do, and I like to hear different thoughts. as long as they're respectful. But this is really, I don't like seeing the stars like that. I don't. I'd rather not see them like that. I'd rather not have in my mind that it's some kind of a projected image. I do like the thought that someone had that maybe it's sending energy down. I like that. I do like that train of thought. That's a good one. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We got to balance our chakra. T, honey, that's why I'm going because you just showed up. I thought I got to get off here before T gets on here. That's what I said. No, I didn't. Susan, honey, thank you. That's right. You also, let me just say this right here. I think that these squares right here that you can see in this image, that they are constantly moving, creating movement as a collective with this star in the sky. And I think that they look like these right here, which came out of a portal, a solar eruption that was dismissed as a particle event. I think it's some kind of intelligent life form. And when the Science Channel did a video, if aliens invaded the Earth, they had this great big massive mothership that was above the Earth. It was jaggedy looking, and it dispersed all these little things down out of it, and they formed a net all over the Earth. There was like millions of them. But then they turned out to be like little spiky balls that got on the ground. But that's another story, you all. That is. It's another story, another time. And you're not going to hear that from me. So have a wonderful rest of your evening if you don't see me here. Good night. Love you.